Is reverse aging a distant dream or a near future reality? This question has sparked countless debates in the scientific community, and one figure stands at the heart of it all: Harvard professor of genetics, David Sinclair. His provocative ideas and groundbreaking research have made him a prominent figure in the field of aging research, as well as a lightning rod for controversy. Sinclair's theories challenge our traditional understanding of aging. Rather than viewing it as an inevitable process of decline, he sees it as a treatable condition. According to him, the causes of aging lurk at the cellular level, and if we can crack the code, we could potentially reverse the aging process. But how, you might ask? Sinclair proposes that interventions like gene therapy and activators of a protein called sirtuin, such as resveratrol, have the potential to reverse some of these cellular changes. His research group has even published studies showing that these interventions can reverse some signs of aging in mice, including extending their lifespan. Sinclair's enthusiasm for the potential of his research doesn't stop at mice. He's suggested that his findings could be translated to humans within a decade. But as exciting as that sounds, it's also a source of controversy. Critics argue that there's a lack of substantial evidence from human trials to support Sinclair's claims of reversal. They caution that what works in mice doesn't always work in humans. And some of his colleagues at Harvard have raised concerns that Sinclair might be overhyping his findings, casting doubt on the concept of complete human age reversal at this point. Despite the skepticism and questions about the replicability of some of his earlier research on resveratrol, Sinclair's work holds promise. His theories have opened up new avenues of investigation in the quest for youth and longevity, pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible. Let's delve deeper into Sinclair's revolutionary theory. As we journey through the controversial world of reverse aging, it's important to remember that while the road to age reversal might be complex, the potential payoff could be a game changer for humanity. Sinclair views aging not as an inevitable decline, but as a treatable condition. This is the perspective that has illuminated David Sinclair's path, a Harvard genetics professor and a significant contributor to the field of aging research. He stands on the belief that aging is not an unavoidable process, but rather a condition that can be treated. This is a paradigm shift because traditionally, we've seen aging as a natural, irreversible process. But Sinclair's theory turns this conventional wisdom on its head. His perspective, he sees aging as a disease, a condition with root causes that can be traced back to the cellular level. It's a fascinating premise, isn't it? That the key to youth could be hidden within our cells, waiting to be unlocked. Sinclair proposes that we can intervene in this process, not just to slow aging, but even to reverse it. But how, you may wonder? His answer lies in innovative therapies like gene therapy and sirtuin activators. Let's delve a bit deeper into these. Gene therapy is a technique that uses genes to treat or prevent diseases. It works by introducing, removing, or changing genetic material within a cell. In the context of aging, gene therapy could potentially alter genes that contribute to the aging process, thus slowing it down or even reversing it. And what about sirtuin activators? Sirtuins are proteins that play a role in cellular health. They're involved in a variety of cellular processes, including aging. Sinclair suggests that activating these proteins could potentially reverse some of the cellular changes that occur with aging. One such example of a sirtuin activator is resveratrol, a compound found in red wine. Sinclair's research has shown that resveratrol can extend the lifespan of yeast and mice, which suggests it could have similar effects in humans. Intriguing, isn't it? But what does the evidence say? As we delve deeper into Sinclair's work and the controversy surrounding it, we'll see that the answer to this question is as complex as the aging process itself. Sinclair's research has shown promise, particularly in studies involving mice. His team's work has brought to light some fascinating insights into the potential for reversing the aging process. In the safe confines of a laboratory, these diligent scientists have been able to extend the lifespan of mice through a combination of gene therapy and the use of sirtuin activators like resveratrol. It's like they've found the little critter's fountain of youth. But Sinclair didn't stop at the mice. Oh no, he's been eagerly eyeing the potential for rapid translation of his research to humans. He suggested that we could see applications within a decade. Imagine that, a world where aging is no longer an inevitable decline, but a treatable condition. It's a tantalizing prospect, one that has captured the imagination of many. However, it's important to remember that the journey from mice to men is not a straightforward one. Mice are not humans, and what works for one does not always work for the other. The complexity of human biology, the diversity of our genetic makeup, and the myriad of environmental factors that influence our aging process are all hurdles that need to be overcome. While Sinclair's enthusiasm is infectious, it's essential to approach such claims with a healthy dose of skepticism. Science is a rigorous process, one that requires a painstaking examination of evidence. And the truth is that human trials are not as abundant as we'd like them to be. Moreover, it's worth noting that while Sinclair's mice studies are promising, they are not without controversy. Questions have arisen about the replicability of his earlier research on resveratrol, casting a shadow of doubt over his conclusions. In the grand scheme of things, Sinclair's work is a significant step forward in our understanding of aging. But it's important to remember that science is a slow and steady race, not a sprint. The road to reversing human aging is a long and complex one, fraught with challenges and unknowns. However, as with any scientific theory, Sinclair's work has not been without its critics. Critics have raised concerns about the lack of substantial human trial evidence and overhyped claims. While Sinclair's research on aging reversal is groundbreaking, it's not without its detractors. A significant portion of the scientific community argues that Sinclair's findings are in some ways overblown. Sinclair's enthusiasm for the swift translation of his research from mice to humans has been met with skepticism. Critics point out that his claims of potential applications within a decade may be overly optimistic. The transition from animal to human trials is a complex process and often requires more time than Sinclair suggests. The criticism doesn't stop at the speed of application. There's also a major concern about the lack of substantial evidence from human trials to support Sinclair's claims of aging reversal. While the results of his mice studies are promising, they don't necessarily translate neatly to humans. Our bodies function differently, and what works for mice might not work for us. Moreover, some of Sinclair's colleagues at Harvard have voiced their concerns about his tendency to overhype his findings. They argue that the concept of complete human age reversal is, at this point, unrealistic. While Sinclair's research has indeed opened new avenues in the field of aging, the idea of reversing the aging process entirely remains a distant dream. Adding to the controversy are questions about the replicability of some of Sinclair's earlier research on resveratrol. Replicability is a cornerstone of scientific research. If a study's results can't be replicated by other scientists, it casts doubt on the validity of the original findings. And in Sinclair's case, this has led some to question the certainty of his conclusions. The road to age reversal, if it exists, is likely to be a long and winding one. And while Sinclair's optimism about the future is inspiring, the scientific community urges caution. It's crucial to temper excitement with a healthy dose of skepticism and a commitment to rigorous, replicable research. And the controversy doesn't stop there. Allegedly, Sinclair's ties to anti-aging companies and his resignation from a leadership role have fueled the controversy. Now let's delve into this part of the narrative. David Sinclair's research on aging has not only been groundbreaking, but it has also drawn a significant amount of attention to the field. However, this attention has come with its fair share of controversy, particularly due to Sinclair's connections to companies developing anti-aging supplements and drugs. These connections have raised eyebrows, and critics have suggested that these financial ties could present potential conflicts of interest. It's important to note, though, that financial ties between researchers and industry are common and aren't inherently problematic, but they do underscore the need for transparency and careful scrutiny of the research. Adding fuel to the fire was Sinclair's resignation from a key leadership position. In 2020, Sinclair stepped down from his role at a longevity research foundation. This decision followed a series of controversies surrounding his claims about the potential benefits of an anti-aging compound in dogs. The resignation understandably added another layer of complexity to the narrative surrounding Sinclair's work. The combination of financial ties and the leadership resignation have undoubtedly added to the contentiousness surrounding Sinclair's research, leading to a wave of criticism and skepticism. Some view these events as a signal that Sinclair's claims may be too good to be true, while others see them as unfortunate distractions from the groundbreaking work he has accomplished. Yet, it's crucial to remember that controversy does not negate the potential value of Sinclair's research. Despite the debate, his work has been instrumental in advancing our understanding of aging at a cellular level. His bold approach has challenged established norms and opened up new avenues of exploration. In conclusion, while Sinclair's financial ties and leadership resignation have added to the controversy, the impact of his research on our understanding of aging cannot be understated. Despite the controversy, Sinclair's research has shaped the current landscape of aging research. And for that, we owe him a debt of gratitude. Sinclair's research holds promise, but most scientists agree more research is needed. This statement encapsulates the current state of aging research. The potential for cellular rejuvenation, as proposed by Sinclair, has sparked both intrigue and skepticism within the scientific community. Despite the controversy surrounding Sinclair's claims, it's undeniable that his work has stirred up a significant discourse on aging. He's challenged the traditional notion of aging as an inevitable process, suggesting that it might be a treatable condition. This perspective, while radical, has opened up new avenues for exploration and has indeed shown promise, particularly in studies involving mice. However, the leap from promising mouse studies to effective human applications isn't as straightforward as it might seem. Biological systems are complex, and what works for mice doesn't always translate neatly to humans. This has been a point of contention among scientists, many of whom argue for a more measured approach to Sinclair's findings. The consensus among most researchers is that while Sinclair's work is exciting, it's crucial not to lose sight of the bigger picture. Aging is a multifaceted process, likely involving a complex combination of genetic, environmental, and lifestyle factors. As such, any potential solutions for age reversal would also need to be multifaceted and comprehensive. Furthermore, while Sinclair's enthusiasm for rapid translation of his research to humans is infectious, it's important to remember that scientific advancements often take time. Rigorous testing, peer review, and replication of results are all integral parts of the process. These steps ensure that any potential breakthroughs are safe, effective, and reliable. In conclusion, it's clear that Sinclair's research has played a significant role in advancing our understanding of aging. However, it's equally clear that more research is needed before we can make substantial strides in the field of human aging reversal. David Sinclair's work is undoubtedly significant, but it's crucial to view his claims with a critical eye. As we continue to explore the mysteries of aging, maintaining a balanced perspective and a measured approach will be key to uncovering effective solutions. From Sinclair's groundbreaking theory to the ensuing controversy, the journey has been quite a ride. What started as a bold claim from a Harvard professor about aging being a treatable condition, not an inevitable decline, quickly gained momentum. David Sinclair introduced us to a world where age reversal could be a reality, where interventions like gene therapy and sirtuin activators could reverse cellular changes associated with aging. Sinclair's theory was not just a pipe dream. His research group presented compelling evidence in the form of mice studies, showing that these interventions could indeed reverse some signs of aging, even extending the lifespan of our furry test subjects. Sinclair's optimism shone through, suggesting that these advances could be translated to humans within a decade. But as with any theory that challenges conventional wisdom, Sinclair's ideas attracted criticism. Critics pointed out the lack of substantial human data to support these claims. They argued that while mouse studies are promising, they don't always translate neatly to humans. Some scientists, including Sinclair's colleagues at Harvard, even accused him of overhyping his findings, calling the concept of complete human age reversal unrealistic at this stage. The controversy further intensified when questions arose about the replicability of some of Sinclair's earlier research on resveratrol. Doubts were cast on the certainty of his conclusions. Sinclair's connections to companies developing anti-aging supplements and drugs also raised eyebrows, leading to concerns about potential conflicts of interest. The culmination of these issues led to Sinclair stepping down from his leadership role in a longevity research foundation in 2020. Despite the controversy, Sinclair's research on potential cellular rejuvenation methods holds promise. Most scientists agree that more research is needed before significant breakthroughs in human aging reversal are achieved. But it's clear that Sinclair's work has made a significant contribution to the field. The road to age reversal is complex, and while Sinclair is optimistic about the future, significant scientific hurdles remain. But the journey, as we've seen, is far from over. The controversy, the criticism, the hope, and the potential all make this a story worth following.